Hey Taurus, how are you? Let's do your reading. So I just want to show you pre-shuffle real quick. So just a really strong message came through already for pre-shuffle. So what I'm getting is you got first the Two of Coins, which is, I mean, it clearly looks like he's reaching for a decision. Can I have both? Should I go one way or the other? Maybe there's a situation you're in where you can't decide and you're at a crossroads and a decision needs to be made. So I believe, then you got the Hermit card, which is, really shutting out the noise. It's going off and shutting out the noise of this world, which unfortunately we have not been taught to do. We've been taught the opposite, which is to listen to all the opinions and, clutter and voices in our head. I think this has to do with you making a decision, and I do believe it's going to come down to, look how he looks like he's reaching to, also kind of juggling, balancing, which way to go. This card strongly correlates with this one, with the two and the reaching up, which I thought very fascinating. And then this card is pretty much clarifying what, the solution is to go shut out the noise. And then once you do that and let go of opinions or what, like false beliefs, it will boil down to what feels good, what makes me happy, which direction makes me happy. And that's something that we get, we have going on in so many different areas of life, and we just, we tend to, it's a very strong element of forgetting, shutting out what other people will think, really not worrying about or making decisions based on fear of what others will think, because that is a doomed situation, because it's never going to be, you're never going to have happiness from outside opinions. You know what I mean? You may get glory and recognition, but it's always going to wane, and it's always going to, ebb and flow. Being happy with what makes you happy personally and makes you feel fulfilled, and typically you're more fulfilled when you have to work towards something. Okay, so we've got Six of Swords. So this looks like leaving a difficult situation, moving away from it. So there might be, voices in your head going, well, but you need this, or you need this, or you need this, but push come to shove, you may have some nagging feeling of, overall, it's best to get out of a difficult situation for pure happiness. Here we have Palace of Swords. So for some of you, it might be just choosing between two people. Not sure on that, but, or maybe it's a job. And if you are feeling stuck, I want to say, take some steps towards accomplishing something, okay? Yeah, there you go. Take some steps. King of Wands. Ooh, Ace of Cups. It looks like new love coming in. So new love, Ace of Cups is it's a new beginning. Something that's extremely fulfilling. Three of Cups. Wow. Celebration. Community. So it's kind of strange because it kind of looks like you want to be, or you have this need to feel celebrated. It looks like that's coming. Wow. Palace of Coins. You got Palace of Swords. So this Palace of Swords is, I think it's about being able to live in your truth. Being able to live with the truth. There's so much value in that, and not having to live in something that you're, afraid of other people finding out. Something like that. Ask for help, I think, too, if you need to. But this leaving a difficult situation somehow is tying into not having to hide or pretend. The, ultimate freedom comes when we're able to live in our truth. Another two of Wands. So again, it's like, which way do I go? I think you have a strong decision to make here, and something that's kind of like, well, this direction might be more socially acceptable, or it might be surface happiness, but there's something something that's not, that it's like a facade, like there's a mask with the social acceptance. Like it's kind of got that feel of if people only really knew the truth, that would not be good. Or there'd be humiliation or something like that. Is this resonating? You guys let me know. Oh my gosh, 10 of Coins has to do with money. Wow. So we're going to clarify this. This is in the position of outside influences, or what you cannot see, I believe. So 8 of Wands, forward motion, and a Death card. So listen, guys, I feel so strongly this has something to do with letting something go that you're afraid to let go of, and there's some sort of fear of judgment or opinion here holding you back. But it looks like there is something that you know deep down that you need to let go of. And sometimes it's friendships. Right now, yeah, look at this Tower. Right now there's a lot of energy of ending friendships that you realize have been toxic or really have been not good for you, or you're seeing situations, or you're seeing things in other people that you can't unsee and that are very uncomfortable, and it's easier to look away, but it maybe in the past you didn't want to see, or it just wasn't as obvious, but once you see, you can't unsee. So the Tower card here, wow, Justice. So legally, something's going to come crashing down. But I still feel like you've got a big decision here. The Justice card is often a positive. Wait, where am I? What do I have going on here with these cards? Let me see. Okay, so these are clarifiers. I'm going to do clarifiers. Yeah. Sorry, I lost my place. I'm trying to crowd it. Now, if this situation has to do with somebody in your environment, then whichever side of the coin is not on the up and up, I don't feel like that side's going to do well. Yeah, the World card. There is a second chance here. 9 of Wands. Yeah, it's been quite the journey. It's not over. We're going to ask some questions about love, because I'm getting love, but I'm not getting it real strong. So, or it's not real clear. This is overpowering the reading. Queen of Cups. There is a chance for you to love again. If you are feeling like this is your last chance, that's inaccurate. So there's an element here of somebody not, or it could be somebody in your world, but not selling yourself short for finance or for money. You know, be your own hero type thing. Not, you don't need to rely on someone else. But I mean, looks like big, big money here. Faith. I am going to pull some. This card just is so distracting to me. Let me just get it close so y'all can focus on it. I mean, what does that look like to you? I'm also feeling, pulling lots of 4s. So you guys at 4s might be a sign. But anyway, so this is 8 of Swords. This is feeling trapped. Like the truth is trapped by the truth. Something like that. There's some kind of hidden truth, shocking truth that's probably going to come out. And this may be a warning or a heads up. There is a lot of money vibe here. Tell me about the Justice card. So you have something that, I mean, some sort of possibly a legal situation. But there's a Tower involved. Something's going to come crashing down, and justice is going to prevail. That's Libra energy. This is not over. I just kind of picked up on or felt it's not too late. Yeah. But there's some message here about clearing the slate, letting go, starting new, releasing baggage. The Fool card is so powerful. This card has more potential than any card in the deck. So if you're thinking that, you know, this is your last chance to hold on to this, whatever it is, that's not right. There's something new. Let's just lay out a love spread real quick. I might have to pull some Romance angels, look at this. We're split the deck, the Empress. Libran energy again. Do the right thing, I think, as the message. And something about the truth, maybe the truth will set you free, something like that. There's some sort of truth or tradition or some judgment or something like that that's like holding somebody prisoner. Wow, again, the Hierophant. So you may want to seek counsel. Don't feel like you have to deal with this on your own. Talk to somebody that you really trust, somebody that you can be honest with. But you got Hierophant twice. So this is very much about the truth. Yeah, the truth is there's a shocking truth that's going to come out. Death card, rebirth. It's going to set you free, though. What is this card? I mean, I just said this a few minutes ago, and look what came out. The Hierophant, that's all about the truth, tradition, family. And then we got the Death card clarifying it. So the Death card is ending for a rebirth. Something has to end. So interesting. Wow. Bottom of the deck is the Tower. Yeah, there's going to be a shocking truth revealed. Hopefully you're on the high end of this. If not, get ready. You need to brace yourself because you're in position yourself well because some sort of truth is going to come out. Again, there's an element of walking away from something. How does this have to do with love, though? Maybe there's a karmic lesson here. But again, look at that. So there's an element of, I've put so much work into this, but there's still an element of walking away, not engaging, not continuing to engage in a toxic situation, coming into your High Priestess energy. She's unfazed, unbothered. This is somewhere someone is having a hard time walking away from something because they've put so much energy or work into it. They worked hard for it. The Magician and the Star. But I promise you there's a lesson in it. Let me see if I can get what's coming towards Virgo. I'm sorry. Wow. Taurus and love. It's coming towards Taurus and love. Four of Swords. Healing. Could be an air sign. Somebody that's been maybe distant. Wow, there's another 4. Remember I told you guys I felt 4, 4, 4, 4. So you could have a twin flame coming. I wonder if this does have some twin flame vibe here. 4, 4, 4. But watch for 4s. 4 of Wands. Foundation. I think needs to be some healing. And then the rebuilding of things, but not knee-jerk. Rebuilding of things slowly. You've got big money, though. Big money energy here. What's coming for Taurus and love? Communication, it looks like. There's an 8. 8 of Wands. Forward motion, communication, something more stable. But I do feel like you are going to have to make space for it by letting go of something. Tell me about this Ace of Cups. New love. Again, see, I just said that, and then look at what I just focused on. Here's the Queen of Cups. So Ace of Cups. A new beginning in love, and then with it was the Death card, an ending. So I think you're going to have to, and this is also about situation ending full circle. So something's you're going to have to, I think there's a need to make space. If you fill your life with clutter or energetically you're consumed with the negativity from one situation, you really don't have that space for the new. Oh, the Empress. Kind of getting obsession here too. Here's the Devil card, Capricorn. Libra again. Self-love, the Empress twice. What's that about? What's the Devil card for? Somebody who is just really into you. Instead of you having to do all the work, I think it's somebody really, really, I don't know. Do you know, Taurus, it just feels like there's a stop trying to force something that doesn't work, or trying to control something. Let it go. If something comes back to you and it's on the up and up and it's right, then you revisit it. But for now, there's a need for temperance, holding back, letting go of control. There's those two spheres. Let me grab an oracle. Let's see. I'm feeling this one. Okay, my gosh, how freaking unbelievable. This is your answer right here. Oh my gosh. Okay. You are fated to be peaceful and happy, but you're some sort of failure to let something go or to try and control situation is blocking that. There is something, and when it comes to this decision, there's a deep knowing. We got it 3 times. Okay, we got the High Priestess, we got the Empress. There's a deep knowing of something, and that something is something that you're going to have to clear out the crap. Okay, some shocking truth is going to be revealed. It's driving you nuts, maybe, but there's a deep knowing of what's going to bring you peace, and you're fighting it. That's what I think. Let's see. What signs can we get for Taurus loves? This may not be a very popular video, but whenever I post a video that's kind of, you know, of course I like rainbow and butterflies readings, but those often aren't as helpful than, you know, hearing what we need to hear. Okay, my gosh, this is so freaking powerful, you guys. Surrender, fear, and ego. We talked about this in the very beginning. Surrender, fear, and ego. There's an element here of knowing what feels right, but this fear and ego can throw you off. Crown chakra, enlightened, and be open. Open to receive. Hold your hands open. Be open to receive. Know that you deserve good things, even if you've made mistakes. But you got to let go of something that you're trying to control. And I keep getting the truth will set you free. I don't really understand what it means, what I mean by that, but some sort of risk of embarrassment. Something about walking away or freeing yourself of a difficult situation rather than holding on for appearance sakes or something like that. Nothing is yet set in stone. So the outcome is not determined. It's totally going to be up to you. All right, you guys. You do have new love, but it looks like new love being totally blocked by some toxic energies. The toxic situation you're in is going to blow up. Or that someone's in. It could be someone in your environment. It's going to blow up. But you got to clear some negative space to create space to welcome in the new. You may be being tested. You're supposed to be happy, and you're supposed to be successful, and you're supposed to have the things that you want to have. It's all about going about it in a non-controlling, you know, do the work and then allow things to come in, okay? All right, let's talk in the comments. And if you guys just want to say hi, please say hi in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Hit like if you have, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And you watch the channel, I would appreciate it. All my prayers are predominantly focused on subscribers. Anyway, I'm rambling. I love you. Bye, Taurus.